Joint practice day. What does that mean? Big Sills, we appreciate you guys coming aboard as we are rolling towards a NFL football season that is going to be, in my opinion, off the charts. I think college football, I said this before to you and I'll say it again to you. I think the college football season is going to be exceptional. Two best sports in all of America right now are NFL and college football. Make no mistake about that. And it is going to be a wild season this year. There's been so much noise and already some drama when we're talking about, we're looking at a scenario here where we're seeing, make no mistake about it, we're seeing again an opportunity for people here to really look at the National Football League and go like this. Hey, man, who's going to win the Super Bowl this year? We appreciate everybody coming aboard. All good. Do me a favor, guys. Please hit that like button. We have so much to get to. By the way, incredible what's going on right now. We have a power-packed show, to say the least. Okay? A power-packed show. At 3:30, we have the great Jim Kelly. We'll ask him about Josh Allen, Jalen Hurts. They play the Bills this year, do the Eagles, late in the season. And we will talk to one of the greatest players, first ballot Hall of Famer, Jim Kelly. That will be at 3:30. We will talk to our friend Howard Eskin. That will be at 4:30. We will also, at 5:30, talk to the Inquirer's very own Marcus Hayes. Got a packed show for you. Get in where you fit in. We appreciate you guys, again, more than you know. Hit that like button. Super chats like this, go right to the top. I need a watch that tells Big Sills time. LFG. How you doing? You're never late, Damon, when you're on Big Sills time. Always remember this. Now, to start the program off, right out of the gate, this is phenomenal. Look at this already, man. The hits just keep coming. The hits just keep coming here, my friends. And this kind of gives you an indictment already on how the pundits see your Eagle team starting in the 2025 season. This is incredible. So Fox Sports and NFL on Sundays on Fox came out with the top 5 wide receivers in pro football. And here they are. It's great. And do you agree? Tier 1. I like that tier. Tier 1. The number 1 wide receiver in all of pro football, according to Fox Sports, and not Big Sills. Not Big Sills. Is Jamar Chase. This is not my list. This is the greatness of the NFL on Fox. How's that? Man. The NFL on Fox. Number 2. Justin Jefferson from the Minnesota Vikings. Number 3, CeeDee Lamb. The top 5 top-tier wide receivers in all of pro football, according to Fox Sports. Man, this is crazy. Here's another one. Number 4. In the NFC East, the best receiver in the NFC East, according to Fox NFL, Malik Neighbors, New York Football Giants. And number 5, Amon-Ra St. Brown from the Detroit Lions. So your top-tier wide receivers in pro football, Chase, Cincinnati Bengals. Jefferson, Vikings, number 2. Lamb, number 3. Well, wait a minute. The best receiver in the NFC East, it's a battle between CeeDee Lamb and Malik Neighbors. And Fox says it's now, it's actually CeeDee Lamb that's the number one receiver in the NFC East. Number one and number two receivers in the NFC East, CeeDee Lamb and Malik Neighbors. So again, your top five: Chase from the Bengals, Jefferson Vikings, Lamb Cowboys, Neighbors Giants, St. Brown Lions. Where's AJ? Where's AJ? How in the world could you put a guy as one of the top receivers in the NFL when you've got the fourth worst passing game? How in the world could you put a guy from that passing offense in the top five when you got the fourth worst passing game? What is it, fourth? Let me see. Excuse me. Yeah, fourth worst passing game. I mean, are they wrong? And get this. You know this bugs A.J. Brown so bad. Holy cow. You know this just bugs A.J. Brown so bad. He'll be reading. I'll tell you this. By the end of the year, let me say this to you, man. By the end of the year, I would say that A.J. Brown will probably read about, 15 books. No, 17 books. He'll have 17 books completed by the time the end of the season comes because he'll be so bored with that passing offense. Damn. Fox even says what Imwa has said. This is crazy. Look at that. Right out of the gate, the disrespect. Hurts gets disrespected. Now A.J. Brown gets disrespected. Pretty crazy, man, how people see your guys. Hey, Texas boy, congratulations. CeeDee Lamb is ranked ahead of A.J. Brown, according to Fox Sports. Woo! Man, you know A.J. Brown. If that guy does not win a Super Bowl this year, holy crap, is the shit gonna fly? Man, there is going to be an eruption that is going to resemble Mount St. Helens. How many people in here believe that AJ will erupt this year if that football team struggles in the passing game again? How many people believe that? Shit. Absolutely. Hey, what do you mean so much for McLaurin? Nobody ever ranked him in the top 5. They ranked him in the top 10. Ha, ha, ha. Ha, ha, ha. Ha, ha, ha. Holy cow. Look at that. Look at this right here. Fox Sports posted this. So we kind of posted it. And Fox Sports, heading into the 2025 season, here are your top 5 wideouts: Jamar Chase, Justin Jefferson, CeeDee Lamb, Malik Neighbors, and Amos Brown. Man, you know AJ's pissed off right now. Whoa, is he pissed? Man, well, I don't think you're wrong when you have the 4th worst passing offense. I mean, they're not wrong. 4th worst passing offense in pro football. By the way, that's a fact. That's a fact. Sills, when Kelly comes on, can you ask him how Howard and him built up the Miami program? Absolutely. I will definitely do that. Let's see Texas boy. His boy CD's in that top 5. I wouldn't be mad if they put AJ over CD. They are both good only if someone else was ahead of CD after AJ Brown. So you think AJ Brown, Texas, you think AJ Brown's better than CD? I happen to too, by the way. Here's out of this group here, if I had to list these guys, here's how I would rank them. By the way, I'll give you my top 5. 2, 3, 4, 5. My top 5 wide receivers in pro football would be this. This would be my list, okay? Okay. Hold on. Work with me here. I would go CD. I would go St. Brown. I would go Jefferson. And I would go AJ. Let me do that again. 1, AJ. Here, 1, AJ. 2, Jefferson. 3, Chase. 4, I would go Nico Collins. And 5, I'd go Lamb. My top 5 wide receivers would not be this group. It would be A.J. Brown. It would be Justin Jefferson. It would be Jamar Chase. It would be Nico Collins. And it would be CeeDee Lamb. Look, dude, I'm not going to tell you that I agree with that list because I don't. Here's why. And you know, I was having this conversation with Xander prior to going on. I think it depends who the quarterback is. If you've got Joe Burrow or you got Patrick Mahomes, you want Jamar Chase. If you got a quarterback like Josh Allen or you got a quarterback like Jalen Hurts, you want a guy who can play in the run game too. So I would take A.J. Brown. I think it all has to do with who's the quarterback. If you got a guy that throws it around, like here, I don't want A.J. Brown with Matthew Stafford. I want Jamar Chase with Matthew Stafford. I want guys like that are high volume catch guys. I mean, but if I have a game where I'm in the running attack, by the way, why do you guys believe that A.J. Brown was just disrespected by Fox? Why do you think? As long as Saquon Barkley is on that football team, both Jalen Hurts and A.J. Brown will not get the kudos. He's not the best player in that huddle a year ago. Both of those guys were not the best players. I feel like I got to put Mike Evans as top 5. Here's why. And by the way, I appreciate the super. Thank you. Here's why I don't put Mike Evans in there now. Mike Evans is talking about retiring at the end of this year. Okay, so I think he's on the back 9 of his career. I think he wants to play one more season. Mike Evans is a hell of a football player. He's a first ballot Hall of Famer. Okay? We can't win without AJ, though. Yeah, well, you had AJ in 22. You didn't win. You put Barkley on the football team, and you won. Barkley's the linchpin to that entire success. And like I said, Jalen Hurts and A.J. Brown are never going to get the respect that they deserve as long as Saquon Barkley's on that football team. It's not a diss. It's the fact that you got 3 great players and you're sharing the wealth. Look, Justin Jefferson's a great player, but J.J. McCarthy is who? Justin Jefferson's the best player on that team. A.J. Brown's not. Okay? I mean, remember, you're sharing it. It's like splitting up. What? Get this. Saquon Barkley probably should have won the MVP a year ago. I think he should have. But because he had Jalen Hurts and A.J. Brown, you're gonna be splitting the MVP votes. Now, here's a good take right here. Seals, I hope AJ's pissed off. The chip on his shoulder will help him down the road. And downfield blocking, absolutely blowing dudes up. All AJ needs to do is deliver when called upon. AJ and Hurts do what's need to win. Dude, I'm not debating that. I just told you he's my best wide receiver in the league. I like that style of play. I like guys who are all-around football players, not just catch machines. Like, I've never been a Tyreek Hill guy. I've never been one of those dudes. A lot of people like the guys like Tyreek Hill. Not me. I like people who are involved in the run game. Sills, there's no way that St. Brown and Neighbors are better than McLaurin. Sills, okay, I get it. Even you don't think that. St. Brown and Neighbors better than McLaurin? Absolutely not. Sam Howell. And who did they have again? I mean, all those years throwing the football, that guy was the best. And by the way, he goes against the number one corners. Puka Nacua, in my opinion, is better than Neighbors. Okay, Neighbors is a good player, though. I mean, look at all the yards he put up a year ago. But again, they're empty calorie stats because the Giants went nowhere. Okay? Michael, what do you think, William? Michael Irvin, some of the reasons that he never really put up exceptional numbers like Terrell Owens. Terrell Owens was a good football player in the run game. Michael Irvin was exceptional. Blocking downfield for Emmett? Absolutely. Okay? In my opinion, I think the best receiver over the last 5-6 years, or ever since he's been in the league, has been Justin Jefferson. Jefferson is the most dominant wide receiver. If Justin Jefferson played with a guy like Matthew Stafford or a guy like Patrick Mahomes, he'd have 2,500 yards every year. He's just that good. He's a spectacular football player. Now, I like AJ's style more. Okay? I do. I like AJ's style again. Just a little bit more because he's involved in the run game. And I do agree. Look, Saquon Barkley's not getting 2,000 rushing yards unless A.J. Brown's on the football team. He's not. He's not getting the amount of yards like that. He's just not. Don't forget, Jim Kelly, first ballot Pro Football Hall of Famer, will be with us at 3:30. We got a special announcement to make, too, at the top of the 3 o'clock hour. You'll hear that as well. Also at 4:30, we'll have Howard Eskin, the legendary WIP man, and we'll have from the Inquirer, our friend Marcus Hayes on talking some Eagle football in you. Hit that like button. We appreciate it. Super chats go to the top. All right. By the way, I'm going to do something, and I started liking this. I think you get two different perspectives. Zader's going to be on after the program with Birds 365 in a special edition. John McMullen's there in Cleveland. If I'm not mistaken, are they in Cleveland or at the NovaCare Center? I think I believe they're at NovaCare, right? They're at NovaCare. And they're going to do a show right after the program here. And you're going to get a little bit of an update. But I saw some of the guys that were out there, and I'm going to just take for what I saw being out there for the joint practice. And some of the people that kind of were texting me that were out there watching the joint practice, there was a couple of people that were out there, and they texted me and they told me some stuff that was going on. NovaCare Center, I thought I got my teams mixed up because the Bucks are in Pittsburgh and the Eagles are here in Philadelphia. So, guys, do me a favor, hit that like button. So we're going to take a look at what, I goof on the kid, but I'm going to go by what ESP from WIP said. And I'm going to see what he saw today, just with his words. But I want to start the show off again with this. Now, again, Fox probably trying to get clicks out of the Eagle fan base. That's kind of what that is. But I don't think that list is off base. If you're a fantasy football guy, you love that list. If you're a football purist, you ignore that list. Does that make sense? And here we go. This is going to go right into the topic. Sills, I heard the chat room sweetheart, Jacorian Bennett got his lunch money took. What an idiot. I told those hey, dude. Brian, Pump, I appreciate it. And we're going to start there, Pump. Eagles have not and won't replace Slay. You ain't got the dude in the building. I heard that guy got cooked all morning. I heard that guy got destroyed, Bennett. I heard that everybody, Keely Ringo, everyone, Dory Jackson, nobody looked good. And do the Browns have quarterbacks? I mean, no. You're getting cooked by guys who suck. Dylan Gabriel is cooking your corner. You don't have a corner on the team. You do not. And by the way, it is becoming more evident that that position has not been replaced. You do not have a corner. All the things you were telling me in the offseason about having that position replaced is completely not true. Actually, it's worse than I thought. The loss of Slay is the most felt loss so far in the preseason. He's not. You're getting cooked in games. You're getting cooked in practice by lesser dudes. That position has not been fixed, and Vic is not fixing that. Remember what Dave Wannstedt said. Folks, the scheme won't let you down. The players in the scheme will. Maybe not so much this. It's not so much that you lost Slay, but you let Rodgers walk. Rodgers was your third best corner. And you let him go, both of them. One for $7 million, and then the other $7 per, and then the other one for 10. The Eagles got cheap at corner. End of story. There's no debate. There's absolutely no debate. It is in horrible shape. And guess what? It's August 13th. You get 2.5 weeks until you play the Cowboys. You ain't fixing that. Trade quarterback Tanner McKee and picks. Never happened. That's not a deal. How many picks? 2 ones and Tanner? Okay. You think Howie Roseman's going to trade 2 ones and Tanner for Sauce? That's what's going to cost you. I love how Eagle fans try to put up a 2-cent trade to try to get a Ferrari. Handsome hustler. I love your passion. But you got to think bigger than that, my friend. Really. And here's the other one. I go with Jeff DeBone. Why didn't you go get Alexander? My God almighty, he was so cheap. The Ravens got a steal. A steal. We will be okay. You missed my super chat. No, I did not. I got it. Xander, let's see if we got it. Damon says I missed his super chat. Okay. No, I didn't. My bad, Damon. So when we win, they can't say we have the best team. Correct. I don't believe you do. Compared to that roster that you just had, no, you're not close to that roster. Okay? You're better than 95% of the teams in the league still. Your roster. So you still will have a roster that's better than everyone else. Okay? Hey, Damon, both your guards are going to be out game 1. I'm making that proclamation. And one of your corners is horrible. And you've got question marks at safety and question marks on who's going to start next to Zach Bond. Bennett's butt buddies got steamrolled today. Who the F is Gage Lavendrin? He had Jacorian twerking on the field. Very nice, Pump. The Eagles' offensive line is so good. No, they're not without Landon Dickerson and without Becton. A.J. Brown looked unimportant. Well, you're talking last year, you're dead right. Although he is a key piece of the puzzle, that goes to show you the overall strength of the offensive line. Censor, are you under the impression that you think that Saquon Barkley would have gained $2,000 without A.J. Brown blowing people up in the secondary? Are you fucking drunk? Do you think there's any coincidence that he blocked for Derrick Henry too in Tennessee? Becton and Slay are turning out to be massive losses. Okay? As you construct your team. Get this. There's no debating. You're getting annihilated in a practice. Wait till the game. Oh, wait. I saw a game this past week. I saw Chase turn your guys around like you were a turnstile. This might not be that bad a deal. Stephon Gilmore's out there. You might want to get somebody. Okay? You might want to get somebody. Okay? See here. Stop asking if we're drunk. What are you? Racist towards drunks? Yeah, I'm racist towards drunks. Thanks, dude. Yeah. Chase, the best wide receiver in the NFL. No. Well, for fantasy guys and for how the league thinks, yeah. For me, no. Absolutely not. I want a guy who can block. But that's just a preference. Just like my quarter. Get this. AJ's a preference. The norm is Chase. Okay? The norm is having Chase. Who? Slay is rarely available, Sills. How many snaps? Do me a favor, Kyle. Tell Sean how many snaps, counting the postseason, Slay had a year ago. Tell me. How's that? What yeah. What do I have to do with this conversation? Again, what the fuck, man? Pointing it at me? You're getting destroyed at corner. Stay focused, kid. I know it's hard. 2-year-olds can stay focused. You know? Let's try to stay on page here. Hey, Sills, you said the same. Guy, you're getting fucking killed. And you just brought a guy in, and he sucks. You really believe that? Again, I said the same shit. You're damn right. And I'm holding to the same shit this year. You're not duplicating it. Amen. Good night. Take the night off, kid. Prince, Dar Alexander's also get cooked in joint practices. Does that mean he's washed, Sills? I'll tell you what, his resume speaks louder than somebody who's never played before and a guy you traded for the Raiders who was on the 28th worst passing defense in pro football. This guy's trying to tell you that Alexander and his resume and what he's done in pro football is on the same page as Keely Ringo, Eli Ricks, and this guy named Dr. Kevorkian Bennett, that he's in the same room with him. Nice try, Prince. Different dudes. That's like saying if Jalen Hurts throws 4 picks in or like he did today, had a horrible day today, that Jalen Hurts should be benched. Is he washed too? No. Why don't you apply that too? He wasn't very good today. What drama? The guy sucks. What drama are you talking about? Drama. Hey, I'll tell you what. When Dak throws for 465 on you in that opener, and you're talking about having God knows who will be playing. Dude, put Cooper out there. If Cooper's so good, why aren't they putting him out there? If Cooper DeJean is so good, why ain't they putting him out there? See this right here? Let's take a look at this in a regular season here, which is game 1, right? It's not the postseason. So let's put postseason away. The postseason conversation doesn't apply to this. Dak Prescott versus the Eagles. Let's take a look because he said it won't happen. Remember something. Remember this, folks. Don't bring up postseason. It doesn't matter September 4th. Has no bearing. Okay, when we run it back, you have to wear number one Eagle fan. Sure, kid. Sure. No problem. I'm in. Hey, and when I win, you have to get on your knees and walk around and go, all hail Sil. Okay? Do we agree? I will wear an Eagle jersey. You damn right I will. And if I win, all of you are on your knees going like this, all hail to Big Sills. Is that fair? Is that fair? Is that fair? Is that fair? Even Xander, I'm going to make Xander get on his fucking knees too. And you're all going to pray to Big Sills. You're right, Big Sills. Ooh, you're right. I'm just going to get you ready, Xander. Woo! All right. Let's see what old Dak has done against the Eagles like he will on the first week. Where am I here? Here we go. All right. So don't worry because this has nothing to do with the playoffs. This is first game of the year, right? All right. So here's Dak versus the Philadelphia Eagles and what he's accomplished. Let's see here. First game, 287, 2 TDs. Then you go down to the 18th. He had 270 yards and 1 touchdown. Then he 455 and 3 touchdowns. Yeah, you're right. Then he had 374, 3 touchdowns, no picks. 300, 5 touchdowns and no picks. 257, 3 touchdowns and no picks. Yeah, I think it's going to be a long afternoon. Come September 4th, if you don't figure that cornerback spot out. Hey, and by the way, don't bring up postseason. September 4th has nothing to do with the postseason. That's the first regular season game of the year. And in the regular season, he is 9-4 versus you. So, I mean, when we get to the postseason, 455 and 3 touchdowns. One year he threw for 295 and 5 TDs. Holy cow. And you got Eli Ricks and Dr. Kevorkian and Bennett, whoever that is, playing corner. And who's the other guy? The greatness of Keely Bingo. Holy shit. Man. Ew. God, I can't wait for September 4th. This is going to be a great content game. Holy shit, is this going to be good? I don't know what's going to happen with Keely Bingo. Lil Nicky and the Eagles are 4-0 in week 1. How you doing? Yeah, Dak Prescott has pink slip and ownership papers on the Eagles. How you doing? Look, and I'm not even rooting. I hate Dak. I don't hate him. I actually like Dak. I'm okay with Dak. I think he's underachieved in the postseason for sure. Still, signing Stephon Gilmore is an interesting idea. Great resume, Super Bowl pedigree, and has a reputation for working well with younger guys. Might take the edge off of a tough opening stretch of games. I like that because, again, dude, look at the quarterbacks you're playing with Keely Bingo. Keely Bingo. And then this guy Bennett got destroyed. And then you got a guy like, who was it, Prince? Trying to tell you this. Alexander's getting cooked in Baltimore. Is he cooked too? No, because his resume speaks louder. I know who that guy is. I don't know who these other dudes are. These people are nobodies. Yeah, but you said that about Zach Bond. No, I'm sure. The Raiders, on the 28th ranked defensive football team, gave up a top flight corner and this guy Bennett. Yeah, okay. You said the same? Absolutely. Hey, how you feeling about corner? Last year you had jobs already figured out. Okay, Damon, thanks for the super, kid. See you opening day. Tanner McKee could make a good QB1. He's my QB1. I don't know where that's going to be, though. With this secondary, I got 120 points in the first 4 games. Holy shit, I got to get my calculator out. Holy crap. Hang on for a minute. Sorry. Hang on, guys. What does Kyle have you guys going down as? Let's see here. What do you got here? Let me see here. Sorry, guys. 120. divided by 4 equals, okay, carry that, 120 divided by 4, 30 points. I got this number. Ready for this? Yeah. I got given up. I think you'll give up 33 points a game in the first 4 with that secondary. Whoa! Holy shit. You need a corner, man. It's evident. Brian Pump told everyone that Ja'Cory was a non-factor. These casuals owe him an apology. Dude, I'm with you. It was the Raiders who got the better end of that deal. Howie got fleeced. Howie got fleeced for a guy that Vic didn't want to give up. Howie got fleeced. Shit. Not Howie. Not my boy. He got fleeced. Holy shit. This is crazy. How can Howie get fleeced? Man, says you really are dumb, okay? If you had read the entire thing, you would have understood my point. I wasn't saying that you fucking 2-year. I wasn't saying that you fucking 2-year. Okay, if you put that together without a super, I'll put it back up, bro. And if you want, put the other tweet back up. Yeah, because God knows what you guys are going to say here. Let me see here. Hold on. Put that one back up. Sills, I heard the chat. Here we go. There we go. Alexander's also getting cooked in joint practices. That doesn't mean he's washed. It doesn't. I think we are overreacting to training camp practice. No, dude. My problem with what you're doing out there at corner is, I told you, you're putting a guy out there that's never started it down. And that guy does not have the skill set to play corner. And then the other guy, Eli Ray. Dude, when you got a 5-man battle on August 13th, do you really have a guy? That's like telling me the Browns have a quarterback that they're set on with 6 quarterbacks in camp. Dude, nope. When you have a job solidified, nobody's talking about bringing guys in. Nobody's bringing guys in to battle Mailata. They're looking for a swing tackle in the O-line. You don't have an open. Hey, let me do that one too. Let's go here with this. How many days until September 4th? Woo, baby! 3 weeks. 3 weeks. 21 days to figure out that shit position of corner for you. Solid. 22 days until you got the Dallas Cowboys, no, Dak Prescott. Then you got Mahomes. Then you got Stafford. And then you have Baker Mayfield, who owns the team so far in the last 3 games. How you doing? Man, you know what? I'm not rooting against you. I'm rooting for excitement. I'm rooting for excitement. That's what I'm rooting for. It's not for you to lose. I don't want you to get that feeling. Okay? I'm rooting for excitement. You know, the Eagles were pretty boring last year on their way to killing teams. Ain't going to be that way. Jim Kelly will join us at 3:30. How you doing? Hall of Fame quarterback. Did you hear what I said? A Hall of Fame quarterback. First ballot Hall of Fame quarterback. And then we will have Howard Eskin, and then we will have our friend Marcus Hayes from the Inquirer on. DeJean outside corner, McWilliams nickel. Correct. How come the Eagles aren't putting DeJean out there? Huh. I wonder why. Why isn't Cooper playing corner? Guys are sucking out loud at corner. Why aren't you putting them out there? Are you afraid? Are you? Why aren't you putting him out there? How about this? Why aren't you at least trying him out there? Why aren't you giving him any reps out there? Anything? Nothing? Get this. A rotating corner. Yeah, that's normal. A rotating corner. Like he's a relief pitcher for the Phillies. A rotating corner. Got it. Yeah, I've heard that before. A rotating corner. God, yeah. That's usually on a 4-win football team. A rotating corner. Man. Oh, my God. This is going to be so great. Dak, I got him. The first game, Dak's going for 352. I don't know if that wins it, but I know he's going for big numbers in that ball game. He's going to put up over 350 yards in that game. Woo-hoo. So let me get down to business here. Man, you need a corner bad. Okay? I mean, why don't you put Cooper DeJean out there? No, get this. It's getting worse every week. It's not getting better. You know how people, like Xander's been saying this, and everyone's been saying it, and I'm seeing it a little bit too. Sidney Brown's getting better. He's not running away with the position, but at least there's a sign of somebody getting better and getting it. I mean, he's kind of pulling ahead a little bit and getting that job, right? He's getting better. You see that. You see that, like Jahad Campbell's getting better and Smile Munden's getting better. You see a little bit that Jalix Hunt's starting to get better. You're seeing people at corner get worse. Actually, Tyler Steen's getting better. He's getting better. People are getting worse. Pretty soon, Xander's going to be playing corner. Bad foot and all. He's going to be out there playing corner. Holy Maron. What we got going here? I mean, like I said, I am not telling you you're a bad football team. I'm telling you got a shitty corner. The Eagles just sent me an invite for CB2. Where we go. NovaCare Center, baby. Don't worry. Nick Sirianni will be out front telling you where to park your car like he always does. How you doing? Damn. All right. So, you know what? You guys don't want to hear me. How did the team do today in the joint practice? You're going to get that, by the way, on Birds 365, too. CB2. Job just keeps tanking like movie trading places with the stock. Oh, yeah. Hey, frozen orange juice. Hey, how could you do this to us? How could you do this to them? Randolph and Mortimer Duke. As soon as you keep talking about Dak against the Eagles, he has done it against this defense and Vic. I don't care what he did against Jim Schwartz. Even though Jim Schwartz helped deliver a Super Bowl, I don't give a shit about that. Okay. Well, this is not the same defense that you had 8 months ago, Junior. Sills, you will eat more than crow this season. Hey, did I miss a Super? I think I may have. Holy cow, man. Give me a break. I'll be eating more. Hey, remember, this is not a preseason this is not a preseason or a postseason game, September 4th. He's dynamite against the Philadelphia Eagles. Seals, you keep talking about Dak against the Eagles. Has he done it against this defense? And Vic, I don't care what he's done against Jim Schwartz. Yeah. Very feminine. I like it. Way to go, Carmine. I'm going to take that back. That's a Paisan's name. And I like that last name. We're good, brother. He hasn't done it, Sills. Versus Vic Fangio. And Carmine. I like that name too. I got a cousin, Carmine. Carmine. Let me say this to you, brother. I find a little bit, Vic Fangio, Nick Sirianni, Carmine, I always got to be careful not to have hate on hate when it comes to a Paisan. We good today? Saucer. Woo! Bang! Like Hulk Hogan coming off the top rope. How you doing? Hey, Carmine, you're my boy. Xander, you better take Sills to see a doctor. Yeah, you know what that is? It's Dr. Dak. Oh, man. Holy cow. I don't know what that means. Too many wops. How you doing? Here comes Pump coming in strong, man. Them super chats are coming in strong. How you doing? Holy cow. You guys think I'm rooting because you're blowing out at corner. No, I like drama. I like content. I like exciting. That's my game. My brother, we got these dudes in shambles. Jackie was really going to be the savior. We got dudes with shirtless profile pics coming after. Fuck, man. Like you're Travis Swift. See that shit today, too? Travis Swift and his girlfriend. I told you, she has his cannoli in her lunch pail. You see that suitcase thing she had with her album in it? Travis Kelce's gonads and cannolis are inside that box. Any chick that can make you change your hairstyle, and you go on the cover of what is that? Vanity Fair? What was he on the cover of? Q? He's shirtless with a snake. Sexy. A chick. Hey, I better be careful because there's somebody else that's rolling down that lane, and I'm not going to say anything. Woo, man. How you doing today? You're all pumped up here with Pumper. How you doing? Man, no cornerback. So let me do something here. Let me deviate a little bit and go, this ain't just Big Sills. So let's see what Elliott Spitzer Shore Park saw today. Okay. Oh, by the way, I know things are going well. Okay. I know things are going well when people are complaining about me. I love it. It's one of the greatest things on the planet here. Okay. Sills, I know one of your corners is bad, but it's a team sport. Vic will be able to get help for the lack that's there. You will see. From who? You've barely figured out safety. I guarantee you this impacts Reed Blankenship's season this year. You want to bet? You want to bet that if that corner's not fixed, your safety position will suffer and Reed will suffer as well. Last year, you had a guy with 6 picks and you had Slay play Pro Bowl football. If you don't get that same dynamic, are you really thinking that Reed Blankenship, who's the lesser of those other 2 players, is going to carry the mail? Reed Blankenship's not a guy who covers for players. He's a communications guy. He's a good football player. He's not better than Gardner Johnson. Get this. Ringo season. How you doing? Keely Bingo. All right. So let's see what Elliott Spitzer Shore Parks had to say about your boy Jalen Hurts today in his practice against the Browns in a joint practice. I haven't read it yet. The first day against the Browns was likely not the way that Hurts wanted to start his 2-day joint practice session. What? The guy who's the Pied Piper for Jalen Hurts starts out his WIP column with this. The first day against the Browns was likely not the way Hurts wanted to start his 2-day joint practice session. Hurts had only 1 interception officially, but he had one that was picked off after he was sacked, but still threw it. He had another that was floating in the air, begging to be intercepted after being deflected, but fell incomplete. He also had an INT in 1-versus-1s, which doesn't count in the stats, but is notable as it rarely happens. The good news for Hurts, here we go. Jesus, man. Talk about being critical. The good news for Hurts is that he did lead 2 touchdown drives. Neither was overly impressive. But he did have 2 touchdown passes from about the 5-yard lines to Devontae and A.J. Brown. His best throw of the day was probably Johnny Wilson for about 25 yards. I think that was that back shoulder pass he threw. Holy cow. Hurts had a shitty day too. So wait a minute. Hurts had a shitty day. You can't figure out cornerback 2. Very productive. Actually, very productive. How you doing? Man. Unbelievable what's going on here. I didn't, by the way, I didn't put the list out from Fox. I didn't write that column. And I'm not the one saying how bad the quarter play is. I'm being told this. Before season started, my biggest worries besides safety and corner was the backups. Correct. If there are problems now, wait until the injuries occur. Team is only as good as the twos, like you had a year ago. I see jaw-dropping cuts coming. Whew, man, I thank you very much, T-Bone. Holy cow. There's going to be a lot of restitution at the end of this year. Be prepared. JAKIB will be sending out, you know that swag that Xander sends out? He'll be sending out autographed knee pads for you guys to be on your knees for the postseason going all hail Sills. All hail Sills. Yeah. Bingo didn't give up 3 TDs. Okay? 2 PLs, 8 receptions, and especially to a guy named Dan Levitan. My goodness, these dudes act like libs. How you doing? Look at Pump, man. 3 TDs. Oh, no. We have something going on awful here. This is awful. Awful. And this isn't my information. I can't wait to hear John McMullen on Birds 365 right after the program with Big Z. Sills, it is very important that Bingo turns the corner somewhere along the line. Quarterbacks will key on him like Maddox last year before DeJean replaced him. You're only as good as your weakest guy. Absolutely. That's team. Spot on, Eric. I heard McMullen has been getting lots of outside reps and had the best cornerback performance today. I could see that. By the way, we brought that guy up. All of you laughed. We brought that guy up earlier, Mac McWilliams. I don't know. There's something about the player. He's a pretty headsy player, but dude, that's going to be your starting 2? Let me ask you this. You think Howie makes a move? With some of those draft picks he has a year from now in April? Still, send McKee. Eagles number 1. The Jets early second and Ringo. They get a quarterback to throw to Garrett Wilson, 2 premium picks, and a young cornerback for Aaron Glenn to work with. Again, those Eagle picks are going to be low picks, though. They're going to be in the 20s and 30s. If 23 was bad, I can't wait for this crapshoot. I'm just the guy to stir the pot, he says. Love these supers, guys. Thank you. I can't wait to see the look on your face at the end of the season. I can't wait, too, and I'll be looking down on you, Damon, and I'll be patting your little head going, all hail Big Sills. Fucking, I just went from Shohei Ohtani to a guy that shoots 98% from the free throw line. Holy shit, man. I'm like the greatest. I'm like Steph Curry from 3. Greatest 3-point shooter of all time. How you doing? Back on track. Down year a year ago. The other 3, we were great. Back to being Big Sills. It's all good. Oh, my God. Again, I'm not saying you're not going to be good. You're missing the point. By the way, they're not. You really believe on August 13th that they're going to trade first-round picks and show panic? No way. Howie's not going to show panic. Remember what Howie said during the offseason, too. You guys got to remember, it's not going to look the same. And be patient. Well, we have been. And it doesn't look the same. There's more question marks heading into the. How about this? You know the difference between a year ago and this year? We didn't see bad performances in training camp, or we saw the defense a year ago actually playing pretty well. Okay? We actually saw that a little bit here. Wow, this is going to be an insane football season, and I can't wait. By the way, bottom of the hour, we are going to have with us Pro Football Hall of Famer Jim Kelly. And then at 4:30, we're going to have Howard Eskin with us. And at 5:30, we will have Marcus Hayes from the Philadelphia Inquirer with us. And the reason why we have people like John Morgan and all these people with us is because why? Nobody in Philadelphia listens to radio in there any longer. One station, we're kicking the shit out of them so bad. What they're doing, I heard they're going to turn it to easy jazz. They're going to turn it to easy jazz. And with that being said, we got a special announcement to be announced here. And who better to bring in than the king himself, Big Joe Kraus? We bring him in now. And he's got a special announcement to make here. Go ahead, Big Joe. How you doing, brother?
I'm doing good, brother. What a lineup you have on the National Football Show today. I got an opportunity last night to sit in for Xander with John McMullen on Birds 365. By the way, I can't wait to listen to John tonight after his work today down at that joint practice down at the NovaCare. Should be pretty good conversation coming up at 6 o'clock. Listen, you know me now, Dan, and I don't do anything that does not provide an incredible benefit for others. That's who I am. That's how I'm built. That's how I'm made.
Krause's coats.
All of that. And that's how I'm going to leave this world. But I'm here today to announce a partnership with JAKIB Sports with Savvy Seats, which will be a new partner for us for the entire 2025 season. Savvy Seats. I've been working with Savvy Seats for 3 years. I'm not doing a partnership with a ticket broker. I'm doing a partnership with a gentleman by the name of Thomas Gucciato, who is the founder and owner of Savvy Seats. I've been working with them for 3 years. And when I tell you that the individuals and Eagles fans that went to the last 3 Super Bowls, the experience that they were provided, the concierge service, the excellent seating, the value in the cost of the tickets, and all of the stuff that we don't have anymore in this high-tech digital world where you buy tickets from bots. That's what you get from Savvy Seats. So I'm thrilled to announce that partnership. I think it's going to be a fantastic opportunity and benefit for all of JAKIB Nation. And to kick it off, listen to this, Dan. So to kick it off, Savvy Seats has given me 3 or made available for me 3 pairs of tickets for every game on the schedule.
Wow.
Home or away. Okay, so if you live in Florida and you want to go to the
Buck game,
Tampa game at the end of September, boom. If you want to go in November, to Green Bay and you happen to be in Wisconsin, boom. Now listen to this. So listen to the details, and then there's a 2-minute spot that Xander's going to run throughout the day. They're going to go quickly. All right. To support the partnership, JAKIB is going to provide a 20-week sponsorship schedule that is included in the partnership for any of our small business owners, and you have a lot of them that listen to your programming. And we're going to give our small business owners exposure across the entire channel, across the entire game day coverage. And we're rolling out something new this year, details to follow, called the Green Zone. More on that as the month of August rolls along. So the value is tremendous. Your cost, Dan, is probably going to average somewhere between $40 and $50 a week over a 20-week schedule if you're a business owner. So you can quickly do the math and realize it's tremendous value. And you pick the game you would like to go to. You want to go to that Thursday night Dallas game? You pick it. How about this? And I was looking at this before I came on. You want to go to the home opener in Kansas City when the Eagles are in town on the 14th of September?
These are all premier games, too.
It's the whole schedule. And the thing I like about it when I was working with Tommy to put this deal together, it is the thing I love about it.
Or going up to New York, Joe, in the early part of the season, you can make a weekend out of it.
Oh, yeah. Well, listen to this. Here, there's more. And I don't want to run out of time, but there's more. Xander has me on a clock because I know you got a big show. So we're putting together a bus trip to New York, a bus trip to Washington in December.
Wow.
And then how about this? On the weekend of the 28th, and I know it's the Christmas holiday, on the weekend of the 28th in December, we're rolling a 54 passenger out of Philadelphia on a Saturday to Buffalo.
Wow.
For the Eagles Bills. We'll stay over on Saturday night. We'll go to the game Sunday. And then when that game ends on Sunday, it's the long journey back to Philadelphia.
How about this, Joe? I will get Jim Kelly to come by and say hi to all of our people that go up to Buffalo because he lives in Buffalo.
Oh, that'll be incredible.
And he's coming on at the bottom of the program here. So I'll set that up with Jim to make sure that he shows up and does a cameo for you guys, goes down there and meets all the people who makes that bus trip up to Buffalo.
No, it's going to be incredible. It's absolutely going to be incredible. And on the bus trips, we're going to do a full tailgate on location, the whole 9 yards. So those 3 games have been identified. But how about this? For all of your listeners and viewers who are in Dallas, you want to go to the game in Dallas? Boom. I've got 3 pairs that I can work for you to go to that game.
Not a bad seat in the house there, too.
And Dan, these are VIP. This is concierge. You're not going online, buying tickets and spending $1,200 to get 2 seats and you're not quite sure where you are. This is concierge. This is real experience. And I was talking to somebody about it today and he's like, well, why would Savvy Seats want to do this? Well, Savvy Seats is in business to make money. They've been in business and Tommy's been doing this for 15 years. They do concerts. They do MLB playoffs. They do
They're ticket brokers, right, Joe? They're ticket brokers.
They're ticket brokers, but I do not want them lost in the overall umbrella of being a traditional, like you hear every other ticket broker advertised. I don't want to be disrespectful to anybody else.
I got it.
But I will tell you this. All of our JAKIB Media Nation has an opportunity to get VIP, concierge, value priced, no bullshit fees, and attend any game, home or away on the schedule. You pick it. Now, you'll see it in the messaging, and I'm going to get out of here, but you'll see it in the messaging. If you have an interest, and Dan, I want you to hit this every hour today.
Absolutely.
All right. Text Krause at 267 261 3428. 267 261 3428. It's my personal cell number. I want you to have it. I want you to text me if you're interested. Tell me who you are. Give me your email. Tell me what game you're interested in. Tell me your company name if you're a business owner. And I can guarantee beyond the highest expectation, Big Sills, that you can set, that we will over-deliver, and Savvy Seats will over-deliver by the longest shot.
We always over-deliver. 267-261-3428. We're going to put a graphic up, too, every time we're going to promote it each and every single hour to make sure that we end up sending Joe Krause. Because, guys, send Joe Krause a text message if you want to be involved in going to a football game. Can you imagine? This could be, you could be on a ride like you were a year ago, where you're watching this team go all the way to the NFC Championship game and potentially going to Santa Clara and to go into the Super Bowl. You're going to be going on a season journey along with some of the best games on the schedule. I mean, it's the fourth. Get this, Joe, when they say the fourth toughest schedule, you know what that traditionally means? That means you're playing playoff teams. That means you're playing big time. You're not playing like the Titans. You know what I'm saying? You're playing big time games, and you're going to big time events, and you're going to be going on Sunday Night Football, Monday Night Football. You're going to be starting the season potentially on the 4th, and also in Dallas, Green Bay. You get to go to Lambeau Field. Holy cow, man.
Again, you got the Vikings on the schedule on the road. You got the Chargers on the road. You've got the Bears coming.
That's at SoFi.
Yeah, you got the Bears coming into the link. Again, the thing that is so powerful about it, and listen, if it were just all the home games on the schedule, that would be amazing. But it's not. It's home or away, because your audience is a national audience. By the way, if John Morgan wants to go to the game, tell him to text Krause at 267-261-3428. Yeah, it's really, really good stuff. And I'm sorry to drop in on your show today, but I wanted to make sure that I put it.
You're offering something cool to the fan base. How about this? So, folks, you get a chance to potentially go to Arrowhead.
Yeah,
I mean, if you've never been to Arrowhead, get this, Arrowhead Stadium and Lambeau Field, you guys, these are the cathedrals of the National Football League. SoFi Stadium is one of the greatest stadiums that you'll ever get a chance to go to. You get a chance to go to Jerry's World, which is an amazing environment to go watch a football game, especially when you're following your favorite football team. So, again, 267-261-3428. I want you guys to do me a favor. Blow up Joe Krause's phone like I do usually when I need something. Blow his phone up like I do.
It's 2 a.m, Sills, and my freaking phone's going off.
Too many Coronas in.
It must be a Dan Sileo text. I'll get it in the morning. Hey, listen, real quick before I get out of here. Appreciate the ask of Jim. No expectation, but I will tell you this. That trip to Buffalo, when we announced that and we put that together, now that bus is departing from Philadelphia. All right, so we're leaving from Philadelphia. We've got it tentatively laid out. We're going to leave at 9 a.m. between 9 and 10 a.m. on a Saturday morning. We're going to roll into Buffalo at between 3 and 4 o'clock. The hotel accommodations will be part of it. We'll have the big tailgate on Sunday, and then we'll all ride back home. And Big Sills, believe it or not, I think I'm going to be on the bus with the Buffalo trip.
Holy cow!
I believe so. We'll see what happens. Okay. But right now, that's the plan.
Fantastic. Joe, so do we have like a little bit of a visual so folks can see it here? Do we have a spot here that we can play for folks to see? So let's take a look at some of this.
Let's see if Xander's there to fire it up. He may not have it.
The following is a presentation of JAKIB Sports.
If you're a small business owner or you work for a company that loves the birds, you need to react fast before we've used up our entire ticket allocation. And here's why. In celebration of JAKIB Media's new partnership with Savvy Seats, JAKIB Media will give you a pair of VIP tickets for any game on the 2025 schedule, home or away. And we'll give your company or your boss a 20-week media sponsorship package across the #1 digital network for Eagles coverage, JAKIB Sports. And that includes all of our game day coverage. Cost for your business or company? About $50 a week. Let's recap everything. 20-week sponsorship package on JAKIB Sports, including commercial spots, live reads, and liners. Inclusion in all of our game day coverage, including the soon-to-be-announced Green Zone, and a pair of tickets to the home opener or any game on the 2025 regular season schedule. Remember, that's home or away. If you're in Kansas City and you want to go to the game against the Chiefs, no problem. If you live in Florida and you want to go to the game in Tampa Bay at the end of September, no problem. Text Krause at 267-261-3428. That's 267-261-3428. And remember, do it quickly before this incredible gift is gone. JAKIB Sports and Savvy Seats put you right in the action with VIP seating, as we are proud to announce our partnership for the 2025 season with Savvy Seats. Text Krause right now at 267-261-3428. That's 267-261-3428. And pick your game today. If you own a company and you're not producing a podcast, you're missing out. The public consumes messaging when they're ready. Join the professional podcast network of companies and let JAKIB Media Partners put you in the podcast arena. Come to our professional studio, or we'll come to your place of business and professionally produce your company podcast. Call JAKIB Media right now at 267-261-3428. 267-261-3428.
EAGLES, Eagles.
Do it right there, Big Joe Krause.
I went way over on time. I got to get out of here, brother. But I appreciate you, and I appreciate everybody on JAKIB Nation. It's just been an incredible ride. Xander's doing an incredible job taking this company or his company to a whole new level. And Big Sills, the National Football Show is right in the wheelhouse right now, brother.
Hey, man, we really appreciate that, Joe. And that's such a great vehicle for all of our friends and the people that watch the network and watch the show. So we're really looking forward to that. Thank you again for expanding the show even more. Thank you, Big Joe. We appreciate you, my friend.
All right, guys.
You got it, man. How about that, folks? Now you get not only to talk about the games, but some of you get an opportunity to go to the games. How do you not love that? Hit the like button, guys. How can you not? By the way, bottom of the